Hi, this is James Watson, your internetbuddies.com, and there's another IPPP update for you. Today's 28th of February 2010, and I've got quite a few things to discuss in this update, so I've put together a bit more of a formal structure for you as we now reach a really important phase of the project. So what I want to do first of all is just to recap the story so far, just be really clear on everything that has gone into the project so far and everything that you now own as part of being part of the project. I want to give you the update on the latest figures for the Aweber list building status. Lots more opt-ins being added, and even some sales been making actually. So I'm also going to talk about handover, because we now reach the point where we need to hand over your website. So those of you that have web hosting, now is the time in which we can arrange if you would like to have your websites transferred over to your own hosting. And also next steps, which is something that is obviously been concerning a number of you, and so I've been come up with some ideas that I think you're going to like to help you move forward. So let's get started. First of all, the story so far. Here's what you have. You have a website, a nice looking premium theme website, which again you can use to expand on or just use it as a niche site. But the key thing about this site is that it has content, relevant, high quality content that is published almost every day to it automatically without you having to do anything. And already from what I've been looking at some of the accounts, I can see there's more pages being indexed in the search engines, there's more backlinks being produced as a result of it, and this is going to start to result in organic traffic arriving at this site, and as more and more content is produced, that's only going to accumulate. So it's a kind of like a self-perpetuating, growing website without you that's totally hands-free, without you having to touch. But obviously you can develop if you see fit, or as you see fit. So in addition to the website, you've got a pop-up opt-in box with a very high quality personalized report with your affiliate link in, that anybody that opts into your list is going to be very impressed to receive. Okay, some killer information in that free report, and then again it's personalized to you with your affiliate link. So anybody that goes in there, gets the report, clicks through, they're going to be, that's going to be your affiliate commission should they go on and buy. You've got 12 Aweber follow-up messages. So this is a very high quality, deliberately prepared, structured follow-up sequence designed to maximize the rapport building with your prospects. So it's giving them value, it's building a little bit of personality, it's standing out from the crowd, but also giving you opportunities to benefit financially from promoting related products and services. Okay, so it's a very high quality follow-up sequence. You've got a video squeeze page, which you're familiar with. So again, people can learn more about the report before they enter their email address. So again, it's a good, proven converting video squeeze page. But you've also got, this is the first unannounced bonus, if you like, you've also got a second high converting squeeze page. It's non-video, but it's using a very, very tried and tested layout design to maximize conversions. We're getting some great results with this squeeze page. So this is a second, so you actually have two very different squeeze pages, both of which will send prospects onto your Aweber lists, both of which will generate the same follow-up sequence. So both prospects will be getting the same follow-up sequence, and etc. So it's all going onto the same list, and you can use one or either of them to send traffic to. It's great to have a variety of different landing pages to use when you're trying to build a list. So that's totally unannounced, but you all have access to this as well. You just have to go to your domain /free report, without the hyphen in the middle, where you will find your version of this landing page. Now there's been a lot of traffic this being sent to your websites. This is just in February alone. As you can see, typically thousands of unique visits, and traffic alone is a key measure for Google in terms of SEO ranking. So it's, the more traffic going to your site, the more Google is likely to increase the authority of your site and therefore index it and rank it, etc. So that activity is all good. It really helps to kickstarts your websites a little bit in the search engines. And here we have the latest updates for Aweber, because as you can see, as of yesterday, 27th of February, there's been a big jump in the number of opt-ins into your lists from the last update. And many of you now, or many of you have already, several of you have got already into 3 figures. Many of you are very close to approaching the 3-figure mark, and I've no doubt that that will be hit within the next week. Those of you that are a little bit further behind, don't worry, I will make sure that you do catch up. So there are some variations in the numbers for whatever reason. Nothing to worry about. Again, these can always be tweaked and adjusted, so you will catch up, don't worry. But it definitely represents at this stage, even already, it's a small list, but it's a list that you can start to communicate with. You can start to email, to contact, and build a relationship with these people. So that's the latest updates for the Aweber list building figures. A couple of you have even been making some sales. The important thing to think about sales is you've got to be realistic. The average conversion rate for a product online is about 1%. If you're doing 2-3% or more than that, you're doing pretty well. So that means for every 100 visitors, now remember, it's only an opt-in. So for every 100 people who opt in, they're getting the opportunity to go and see the sales page. Literally, if 1 out of 100 buys something, that would be about average. Now, obviously, it's going to be less. Sometimes it may even be more, but over a statistically significant number, which is normally in the thousands, that's typically the kind of response rates you'd expect to see. So you can't. So don't expect a flood of orders to come in just as soon as you've had a few dozen opt-ins. That's not going to happen. You need to be realistic, but nonetheless you will start to see some orders. For many of you, this could be the first money online you've ever made. All right, so this is the benefit of having an opt-in list, of course, is that you don't just have one opportunity to sell them something. You can go back to them, communicate with them again and again. If you give them value, if you give them a good offer, then you can make sales again and again and again. So what that leaves us now is that your websites are complete, your opt-in pages are completed, there's nothing more that really needs to be developed to them. So I'm ready to hand them over. So for those of you that have web hosting accounts, or for example, those of you that are SFM members, those of you that maybe have your own web hosting accounts, in any case, if you would like to have your website transferred over to your web hosting account, then I can do that for you. What I need you to do is to email james@yourinternetbuddies.com with the following details: your web hosting company name, the primary domain name when you created that hosting account, the FTP username and password details so I can log in and access that hosting account, so I can then arrange for your sites to be transferred over. You don't need to do anything other than that. But there is a deadline, as I'm going to only, or rather all handovers are going to take place in March. After March, I'm not going to be, the project is going to be come to a conclusion. So if you want to have your website handed over, you need to let me know straight away and I can arrange that for you. Now I will say, so those of you that don't have web hosting accounts, don't worry, don't panic. You don't have to go rush out and get one. I am happy to keep your website on our server. I've got no problem with that. So just to be crystal clear, that's going to be okay. What I would say on that, of course, is that we're not a web hosting company, so we don't have support the same way that a company like HostGator would have if you've got issues or you want to get access to other services. But I'm more than happy to keep your site on our server with one proviso, which is that if you install software and stuff onto your server and it has a detrimental effect to the other sites on the server, I will have to take action to ensure the integrity of the other sites on our server. So that's with that proviso, which obviously is a common sense proviso to make for the good of all of the sites on the server. I've got no objection to continuing hosting your website on exactly where it is on our own server. Okay, so obviously there's a value to you there. If you don't have a hosting account, you don't have to go out and buy one. So that's it for the handover of your website. Let me know if you would like us to do that. The important thing next is then the next steps, because many of you contacted me individually asking me what you should do next. Now that you can see that you've got an email list, now that you've got a website with a optimized squeeze pages, with a personalized free report, what should you do next? Well, the important thing is to be really clear on what you want to achieve with your online business. So I'm at probably considerable cost to my personal time. This is then a second unannounced bonus. I'm going to offer all of you a free personal consultation, because I had considered doing a webinar to kind of speak with everyone as a group, but because many of you are in very different places, it will be very difficult to address all of your needs and concerns and actually give you give you tailored advice that best suits your situation on a one-to-group basis. So for that to really happen, I need to speak with you individually and give you personalized advice to help you move forward with your online business, whatever that may be. If you want to focus on list building, if you want to focus on building more websites, if you want to create products and sell them, if you want to help other people get started, for example, local businesses, whatever you want to do. And even if you don't know, I will help you to try and understand what is going to be the most, the thing that you should do best. This is what I do with Daniel for our high-level coaching mastermind, private mastermind students, whom we've helped to get some tremendous results, particularly in the last 6 months. So this is the process I'm going to take you with. Typically my coaching time, which isn't available, if it was available, would be £200 an hour. So this is a very high value opportunity for you to get some top level coaching. It's going to be a half an hour only consultation, so it's going to be short to the point. It will be arranged via online scheduling software to avoid any kind of emailing backwards and forwards trying to agree times. The meeting itself will take place either online using GoToMeeting, so we can screen share, or if you're not available, you can just dial in via the phone and we can just talk. So it doesn't matter if you're out and about, don't have access to your computer or the internet. We can still discuss your circumstances and agree a plan with you. The important thing is that these consultations must take place by Friday, March the 11th. I'm going to be setting aside a whole series of blocks of time during the day and also in the evening, especially to accommodate those of you in the US. But I'm on the condition that these consultations take place within the end of the next 2-week period. Okay, so if you would like to take advantage of a free personal consultation, you need to email james@yourinternetbuddies.com and request one, and I will then reply to you with an invitation to the online scheduling software where you can then pick the time that you wish to choose that suits you best for this consultation. And once that's been chosen, I will put in the access details for how we're going to communicate into that particular appointment on using the scheduling software, and you'll get an email update. That's how it's going to work basically. So now is the time to move things forward. March is the month when the IPPP project comes to a close, and I want to make sure that you all have clear opportunities to move forward with your online business, and that's what this consultation is designed to help achieve. So I hope you are excited by the opportunity to focus in a little bit more on what you want to achieve, and with my help. Let me know if that's what you'd like to do, and make sure you do it quickly, because I say the deadlines are what they are. Obviously also let me know if you want us to help you to move over your website as well. So that's it from me, James Watson. Looking forward to speaking with you soon. If you have any questions, enter them below this video on the blog, or if they're personal in nature, then you can email me as well. So look forward to speaking to you all soon. Take care, all the best.